Brakate Hawa, Brakate Hawa Shai, Brakate Hawa, Brakate Hawa Shai, Brakate Hawa, Brakate Hawa Shai. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Stone who taught me this truth. To the rest of the elect, the men who are pushing this truth, the rest of the believers, the men, women, and children, who make up the large multitude. To you I say Shalom. Brothers, keep pushing. This lesson is going to be a short lesson of exhortation, and it's going to be entitled, Fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them. And as you can see on screen, this is taken from 2 Kings chapter 6, verse 16, So I'm gonna read from verse 15, It said, And when the servant of the man of God was risen early and gone forth, behold, an host compassed the city with both with horses and chariots, and his servant said unto him, Alas, my master, how shall we do? This world, beginning with Esau, is arrayed in battle, spiritually against the men of the Lord, and soon physically they will be, arrayed in battle, against the men of the Lord. We will be, as the scripture said, we will be taken, thrown in jail. Some of us will be beheaded for Yahweh Shai's sake. We will suffer persecution, but we shouldn't fear, right? So this servant was in fear, right? He was afraid, because he saw the multitude of chariots and horses that the enemy were coming with, right? But here's the answer of Elisha or Elisha. And he answered, Fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them. So we have to keep that in mind, that Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and his holy angels are with us. So be that we are sincere and we are part of that elect. The scripture said that the angels of the Lord compass around them, that fear him. If we continue reading on, it says, And Elisha prayed and said, Lord, I pray thee open his eyes that he may see. And the Lord opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha. Right? And that goes directly hand in hand with the scripture I just quoted. The angels of the Lord encamped around them that fear him. Right? So there was an army, of chariots, of angels around Elisha. So he was bold because he knew that in the spirit he could see them through the spirit. So he told his servant, fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them. So we have to keep that in mind, yo. We shouldn't fear. Let me get that scripture. I believe it's Isaiah 51. Right? See if I can find it. Right. Isaiah 51 and 12. Even I am he that comforteth you. Who art thou that thou shouldest be afraid of a man that shall die, and the son of man which shall be made as grass, and forgetteth the Lord thy maker, that hath stretched forth the heavens, and laid the foundations of the earth, and has feared continually every day because of the fury of the oppressor, as if he were ready to destroy, and where is the fury of the oppressor? The captive exile hasteneth that he may be loosed, that he shall not die in the pit, nor his bread should fail. But I am the Lord thy God that divided the sea, whose waves roared. The Lord of hosts is his name. Right? So we have to remember that we have been sanctioned by the power of the universe, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, the highest power that exists. Right? We have been sanctioned by him. We have been called by him to do this work. Right? So there is no other power that can come up against us. What is man that we should be afraid of them, yo? Right? Going on, it says, and I have put my words in thy mouth. Yeah, we're speaking his words, which is Yahweh Shai. And I have covered thee in the shadow of mine hand. Right? That I may plant the heavens and lay the foundation of the earth and say thou art my people. Right? Awake, awake, stand up, O Jerusalem, which has drunken at the hand of the Lord the cup of his fury. Thou hast drunken the dregs of the cup of trembling and wrung them out. There is none to guide her among the sons whom she hath brought forth, neither are there any that taketh her by the hand. of all the sons that she has brought up, right? So we have taken on, the curses, right? But the time is come when the curse is gonna be taken away from us, yo, right? I'm gonna jump down to verse 21. It says, "Therefore now hear this, thou afflicted and drunken, but not with wine. Thus saith the Lord thy God," right? "Thus saith thy Lord," right? "The Lord Yahweh and thy God that pleadeth the cause of his people. Behold, I have taken the cup of thine hand, taken out of thine hand the cup of trembling, even the dregs of the cup of my fury. Thou shalt drink it no more. But I will put it into the hand of them that afflict thee, and will which say to thy soul, Bow down, that we may go over. And thou hast laid thy body as the ground and as a street for them to walk over, or them that went over." Right? But the point was up here at verse 12, yo. Right? "Who art thou that thou shouldest be afraid of man that shall die?" Right? So we have to remember, mightier and more are they that be with us than they that be with them. Right? So this is 1 John 4 verse 4. "You are of Yahweh, little children, and have overcome them." Why? "Because greater is he that is in you," which is Yahweh Shai, "than he that is in the world." Right? So not only is there more with us than with them, right? But greater is he that is in us than he that is in the world, yo. Yahweh Shai is greater than Esau, yo, which is a spiritual, which is a physical counterpart of the devil, yo. Yahweh Shai is greater. Yahweh Shai has overcome, right? So because he has overcome, he has laid the way, the foundation for his brethren, for us, the elect, to also overcome, yo. Because he has overcome, we have the power and the strength to overcome as well, because he is within us, right? "They are of the world, therefore they speak of the world, and the world heareth them. We are of Yahweh. He that knoweth Yahweh heareth us. He that is not of Yahweh heareth not us. Hereby we know the spirit of truth and the spirit of error," right? Zechariah 12 verse 8. "In that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem." We have to believe that, yo, right? "And he that is feeble among them in that day shall be as David." What's that talking about? That's talking about spiritual power, yo. Those new bodies, yo, right? "And the house of David shall be as God, as the angel of the Lord before them," right? The 144,000 especially, right? We're gonna be as God, yo. You know, speaking as a hopeful member of the elect, yo. Speaking as a hopeful member of the elect, right? "And it shall come to pass in that day that I will seek to destroy all the nations that come up against Jerusalem," right? Isaiah 31 verse 5, we're going to wrap here. "As birds flying, so will the Lord of hosts defend Jerusalem," right? What's that talking about? That's talking about the chariots, yo, that we read about in 2 Kings 6, yo, right? "As birds flying, so will the Lord defend Jerusalem. Defending also, he will deliver it, and passing over, he will preserve it," right? The Lord delivered us from Egypt with chariots as well. This is going to be an even more spectacular deliverance, yo, right? But let me just get back the original scripture, 2 Kings 6 verse 16. Let me just read that again to wrap up, right? 2 Kings 6 and 16. "And he answered," this is Elisha speaking, "Fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them." So hopefully this lesson was edifying and exhorting. Shalom.